the let's see here. We're going to be doing a webinar or webcast. This is all brand new to me, but we're going to learn about a new document that we're going to be utilizing in our company. It's called the One Pager. So it's going to be called the One Pager, and you'll see in a minute why that is. But first, let me tell you about our YouTube channel. BRC Pro is on YouTube. And actually, if you go to YouTube, I'll be sending out links to everybody so you can get access to our YouTube channel. That's where we're going to be having all kinds of discussions just like this from me and others in the organization in regards to different training videos that we might have, different information we may want to communicate. So it's going to be a great tool to really dial things in and have some effective communication, especially when, you know, maybe it's a time when you can't meet with people or it's late at night, like I might experience, and yeah, you just can't meet with anybody. They're not awake. Well, this gives us an opportunity to communicate that information to people effectively, and it's actually solidified in the archives of the great internet. So let me start out with explaining what we're looking at here. What we're looking at here is this is a document called the One Pager. The One Pager. So I have actually created a final document, which is the One Pager to the One Pager. So the One Pager to the One Pager is this. This is the final document here to the One Pager. And this is essentially a quick reference how-to guide on a particular task or a particular tool that we might have in the company. So this is what the final document will look like, and let me get into and explain what the document is. So what we have here is the one pager, and I'll explain the format here. Let me try and zoom in. So the one pager consists of a couple different things. We have the first, we have our page identifier. So information, what the title of the document is, who created the document, what date it was created, and when it was last revised. So that is critical information, so we can track that. Logo, and then the logo for the one pager. Inside the document itself, we have the title. The title is just the title of the document. So this particular one is the One Pager to the One Pager. So next is a section or the chapter that's associated with. So that there's a color and maybe a department. This particular document is associated with the operations department, operations management, and so that has a color. Then you have your purpose statement. That's what the document's intended to be used for. You have your main photo or diagram. That is the a main photo or some kind of identifier related to the overall topic, just a main photo. And then you have 4 opportunities for photos and descriptions. So kind of a step by step, so to speak. So you have your number 1, photo or diagram. Then you're going to have a description. Number 2, photo or diagram, description. 3, photo or diagram, description. And 4, so on and so forth. Okay. Then you can get into the body of the document and give us the who, what, when, where, why, and how of that document and or tool and or whatever is being described in the one pager. Okay, so that's the description of the above. That's what that is. And then down below, you have an area where we can put in notes. You can also do a reference. So maybe you have a website you want to reference, that could also be used. So that's an area there. And then on the sidebars here, we have the icons section and or little pieces of highlights, items. That's where you're going to put in our icons. It's another tool we use to communicate with people. So there's an icon guide. You can put information in there. And then the category or reference color that goes along here on the edge. So this is intended to be a quick reference on the edge if it's in a book or if it's in a binder. The edges of the pages are color coded to the different department or maybe a particular category. So the one pager comes in an Excel format. If you look below here, we have the where it says one page sample form. Then we have the icon guide. So the icon guide is a description of and a definition for the different icons, and then the color guide. So the color guide to the different categories and or departments. So we have company departments here, and then we have some different trades and or suppliers materials here. So this will continue to expand as we get further into the details of our of the color coding. So back to the form here. That is the template form in an Excel spreadsheet. So all you got to do is plug and play and get going on your one pager. So I'll explain how I use the one pager here. This is my final document in an Excel spreadsheet, which is what you're going to need in the file, as well as a PDF. So this is the PDF version of that. That is what we will share with everybody. That'll be what the public document is. The final Excel spreadsheet is just that. It's it's going to be the working document. This is what's going to be modified down the road as we adjust and change what it is. So as you saw in the template, this is what my final document looks like. So I got my information up here. Then we have our title, one pager to the one pager. We have our color code, this is the operations management. This applies to the operations management department. And we have our operations policies and procedures. And we have our purpose statement here. So the purpose statement of the document. So it gets a little maybe rough to read, but the purpose statement, one pagers are intended to create a quick reference tool for others and give the creator a format to quickly put new tools and documents into use within the organization. A one pager can be used to explain new documents, tools, repurposed uses, etc. It should only take a few minutes to create. So it took me about maybe 10-15 minutes to create this document from the template. So my main this is the logo for the one pager. So created a logo for it, and then we have a little step-by-step, a little tough to read. Down the road we may want to expand that that section, but it's really intended more as a PDF in an online document. So talks about the step one. Okay, start with a template, and there's an example. So that's the template page. Then it points out a few key areas, the tabs below. So note the information that is to be filled in at the top of the page in the header. So this section explains that. This information will give you a reference to the title, department, or category, who created it, when it was created, and when it was last modified. Also note the tabs at the bottom of the page. These tabs are additional reference material used to structure this. So, and then the next, oh, got a mistake here. I see. And why not correct it right now, huh? So might as well. Oh, we're here. There you go, just like that. So the step 3 is note the reference material on the subsequent pages in the file. These are the color references, so it tells you where on the main page to find in step 2 those tabs, and then also what they look like. So just an example of that here. Step 1, choose the appropriate color for the category department that the one pager will apply to. That color is noted in the main tab on the edge of the sheet, as well as in the tab under the title of the page. So just as we discussed, it's noted in the sections on the edge of the page, as well as under the main headline. So, and then step 2, choose any icons you might use to assist the user along in their discovery of the new topic. So in my situation, I used a tip icon, and this is where I've given a few tips on how to use this, and also then the words of wisdom icon, and this is my words of wisdom. Keep in mind, we learn things in steps. First, we get taught something. Second, we practice what we were taught. Third, we perfect what we are taught. But fourth, most important, to truly master something, we must teach it to others. That is how we really learn the intimate details of our craft. So really, that's a pretty true statement there on never really learn anything, master anything until we've taught it. So creating one pagers, would love to see that as a part of our company culture, that everybody participates and creates one pagers to assist in the overall creation of the policies and procedures, as well as assisting people along with information they might need. So anyway, back to number 4 is last is the final document. Once the final document is created and finalized to your satisfaction, it must be packaged and contain the following. So this is very important. When you get finalized with a one pager, the file in a file folder, you can zip it and send it to the director of operations, or to manager, but really it's ultimately going to get to the director of operations. So the first thing is we need a PDF of the final one pager coded to BRC standardized coding system. So that'll be embedded in the coding for the document, and in the metadata we'll have the code for it, and then a file folder containing the photos, icons, etc. that were used as reference material and is used in the document. So we want all the photos that were used as reference material, and then the working, and then third, we need the working documents, docs, and final working docs, so that we can keep them on file for future revisions. So you're going to have your working documents, could be a hodgepodge of different documents, and you have your final working document. That's the document you use right before you created the PDF. So that's what that is. So that all gets packaged in a folder and given to the director of operations. So then we come down to our one pager description here, where I have a one pager is a one-page template document that is used to communicate how-to instructions on a new tool, system, policy, procedure, etc. The one pager is quick to create, only requires a few pieces of information, and can be approved by management very quickly, which means it can be put to use very quickly. That's important, and it's memorialized in a document that's added to our policies and procedures. It can be created by anyone in the organization. In fact, it is encouraged that everyone get used to creating one pagers to create a clean and clear communication to the organization as a whole. So really important. We want everybody to participate. And then number 2, how to create a one pager. The creator needs to know which department or category the one pager is applicable to. One, they know that the next step is to, once they know that, oh, so we're missing a C. Once they know that, the next step is to gather at least 5 but try and keep it only to 5, pictures, diagrams, etc. that illustrate the system, procedure, or tool being described in the document. Next is to have your reference documentation. This can be cited at the end of the page. Then you need the knowledge to create. It's as simple as that. So just need the knowledge to create the document, and away we go. So gather up some info and make it happen. Number 3 is a complete one-pager package, and we discussed that earlier. So that's what consists of one-pager package. You know, a YouTube video should associate or be done along with the final documents. Not absolutely required, but is definitely preferred to hear from the mouth of the person that created the documents and or tools what was on their mind. So last year we had the reference section or tips section. One, use the reference guides for icons and color coding on the sheets attached. So there's a tip for you. And then make sure to keep it simple. If the concept is too complicated for the reference guide, discuss with management possible alternative solutions. So if you seem to not be able to fit what you're trying to achieve or communicate into this one-page document, then we probably need to have a discussion, because this is intended to be a quick reference guide for the users, as well as the quick to create. So that's our goal there. So and then, like I said, the icons here and the reference section. So simple as that. I hope everybody got something from questions on one-pagers and how to create them. I'm available. So this will also be, you can also view our one-pager folders in the resource folder under our main BRC Pro folder in Google Drive. So look for subsequent YouTube videos explaining all the new tools coming out for Benjamin Ryan and our internal organization of the BRC Pro. So BRC Pro. We'll be explaining that further, and we'll talk to you later.